Just waiting on a couple more and then we'll get going. Just waiting on Wally and Sid Kid Vicious. Left it quite late. They've both said that they're gonna race. But we will start at 7:30. Says they're both offline, so they're probably not going to be joining. Still got 1 minute. If you can hear some noise in the background, that's the football FA Cup semi-final. I won't spoil it if you're watching it, but it's a good game. It's very one-sided. Right, it is very nearly 7:30, so yeah, let's get readied up. Doesn't look like they're going to be joining us, but we'll go ahead with full quali anyway. With only one driver going out. Yesterday, when we were racing in Brazil, it was Jay Bradfield that went out, but I don't think he's had quite so many drinks tonight, so he should be alright. So here we go. Again, last night we had some server problems. Let's hope we get a bit luckier tonight with that. Italy's going to be the first track that we race at. So next Friday night for the championship drivers, and then next Saturday for the Premier League. So it's good practice for them tonight. Drivers voted, had a free choice of track to vote for. It was between Italy and Austria. Italy won by 1 vote. And drivers obviously thinking they need to practice for next week. Italy probably one of the easier tracks. It's got less corners, mainly about pace. But turn 1's always a nightmare. It's tight little S. Let's get our spectator menu ready. There we go. Who's going to be first out to try and set a lap? Looks like everyone is on the soft tyres at the moment in the garage. Some of the quicker drivers might change to some harder tyres if they think they can get through safely enough, which most people think they will, as there is only one going out. As we can see, Big Arns and Jay Bradfield have both gone on to the mediums. And there we go then. So Big Arns is coming out. We've got a Ferrari out as well. I think that's Argentina. Yep, it is. Argentina last night unfortunately crashed out along with his teammate McKenty in the Williams. He's tried his luck in the Ferrari now. Let's hope that's better for him. Siege, obviously our winner last night, still in the garage. And also last night we had Serious Mushroom finishing second, who's not racing tonight. Ozan again was up there yesterday. We've got Bazman out on the track in the McLaren. Nice to see him back racing. Denzo now coming out the pit lane in an Alfa Romeo. Again, another quick driver yesterday in Brazil. Still yet to see a full 20, so that'll be interesting to see next week how everyone copes with a full grid. And you might think it's easier to get through now with just one car going out, but it puts a lot of pressure on, knowing that you're going to be looked at if you're the only one going out. And we are going to drive on board with Argentina, who is going to be first to cross the line to set a lap. And everyone is out on the track, so it might get a bit congested, apart from Jay Bradfield, Ozan, Jake Crooksey and Forza. So 11 drivers out on the track. Here we go then, Argentina crosses the line, DRS is open. Yeah, look at that speed, it's up to 210 miles an hour. Obviously Italy, you want to have a fast setup. It does mean in the corners you might not have enough traction. As we can see, he's gone a little bit wide there. Oh, he's aborted his lap already, Argentina. Not sure what he did wrong there, but we are going to follow, I think, Nunda. Nunda's going to be first to set a lap then, if he keeps it together. 26.5 exactly through sector 1. Does that S-bit quite well. Easy to slide when you go through that corner, but Nunda's kept it together. Not using the full width of the track as well there to keep it on the track. Doesn't clip the gravel. Red Bull behind him, even better. Fantastic there. That's from Big Arns. Using all the curb you can without invalidating your time. Through Ascari, again very difficult to keep it together. He's gone quite slow through that Nunda, but I don't blame him. There's no need to take the risk. Get a lap set, because it's quite a good chance of someone crashing through Ascari every time I race in Italy. That happens in Nunda. Nunda's left the session. I think it's his internet's gone again, just as he was about to cross the line. Not sure if he was coming in the pits anyway. Big Arns, he sets the first time. Scorpa goes quicker than Big Arns, but he is on the faster tyres. Siege, he's about to cross the line, and he goes for a 1:19.4. Fantastic time from Siege. 7 attempts quicker than Bazman, who's just set a lap as well. Jay Bradfield on the mediums, he's crossing the line to start his lap. Kev Citroen's going to cross the line, but he's invalidated his time. I think he's going to be going again. Yeah, he's been saving the RS, so he's going to be able to go again on those tyres. As we see the racing point of Olszewski. That was a good lap from Olszewski to 1:20.9. Now we're going to follow Ozan. He's about to cross the line just to start his lap. The Red Bull of Swanshanks, he comes across the line, he goes up to 5th. He goes ahead of his teammate Big Arns. Big Arns obviously on the slower medium compound. Next across the line we're going to have the McLaren, a Forza Ferrari just to start his lap. So we are going to have a look on board with Scorpa, who is 8 attempts up on his time already. And the Red Bull behind, yeah, he has invalidated his lap, but he's on a slow lap anyway. Big Arns. And Crooksey is retired. Crooksey's lost it. Crooksey's lost it for Ascari. Crooksey has lost it through Ascari. And there we go, you can see his car on the left there. Wow. So Crooksey looking like he's going to be the car that comes out of the session. Out of Q1. But Nunda is currently 16th and he has left the session. So all Nunda needs to do is get himself back in the session, set a lap, and he will be through. Jay Bradfield about to cross the line, he's invalidated his time. It's not a surprise as we see Kev Citron go up to third. That's a better lap from him. Idenzo is about to cross the line, he goes second, 6 tenths behind Siege. Again just shows the pace of Siege is going to take some beating. Argentina's left the session as well. Again, I think it's server issues because there were a couple leaving last night. Messaging the Discord saying that it's an error that just keeps kicking them out. Not sure why it's happening. We're going to follow Forza Ferrari. No, he's invalidated his lap. Scorpa is on a slow lap, so there's a bit of a break. So I'm just going to pause it quickly so I can get some invites to those who have left. So Nunda and Argentina. Let's get them another invite. Oh, so it says Nunda was last online 2 minutes ago, so I think, don't know, it's his internet that's gone. But no, he's not online. There we go, Argentina is back in the session. Nunda, it says he's not online, so I don't know if he's lost internet connection. But he's going to have to try and get back on. Of course, that's going to be a bigger issue when the league starts next weekend. So let's have a look. Who's out on the track at the moment? We have Kev Citron, he's on a slow lap. Ozan is out on track as well. We have the Renault Jay Bradfield, who's invalidated his time. The overlap bit there is really harsh. You can dip your time into the gravel and it still come up saying you invalidated your time. So you actually lose time. And then as an extra punishment, the time doesn't even count. Yeah, Justin just cutting corners. Oh, he nearly lost it through Ascari. No need to take the risks on an invalidated lap. He slowed right down now. But all these cars are going to be through because Crooksy will be out if Nunda gets back out to set a lap. And if Nunda can't, then Nunda will be the driver going out in Q1. So Jake the Slayer, Argentina, Forza Ferrari, all comfortable. 12th, 13th and 14th, they're through. Because Crooksy didn't even set a time. That was his flying lap that he lost it on. Who's on a lap then? Let's have a look. Is Big Arms on a lap here? On those mediums, I think he is. Yeah, we'll follow him round. In the Red Bull. The Ferrari moving out of his way nicely. First sector time, he's 2 tenths up nearly on his personal best. Don't like that camera angle, so we'll switch to an onboard. Clips the apex there, you've got to be careful not to slide here. Perfect there, using all the limits, coming back on. Getting near, clips the apex. 2 wheels just off, back on the circuit just before the grass comes into play. DRS open. ERS activated, I think he's saving it here. Again, you want to brake early and then go out, just go over that curb. Be careful you don't spin. Perfect corner in there from Big Arms. On the medium tyres as well, which makes it even harder, so there's less grip. Dips into the Parabolica here. Be careful not to clip the curbs, it's quite bumpy. Good exit here, and he's going to come to cross the line, and he improves up to a 120.7, which is a good time for medium tyres, very good. Highest of the medium runners. We've got Jay Bradfield here, we're going to ride on board with him. Again, not using the full width of the track, so we'll lose a bit of time there. I don't think he's going fast, but he's only at 180 miles an hour. I know it's a slow lap from Jay Bradfield. I think he might be running out of fuel. He might misjudge that. So Argentina on that, on the soft tyres. Just flying around the bend there. Keeps it on the track, a little bit of movement through there. Again, that's just about enough for it not to invalidate your time. So we've got 6.5 minutes left Q1. Hope this car doesn't get in the way here. No, it hasn't. It's got out of the way really nicely. I think that's the Renault. Let's hope that Renault gets out of the way again. It's not really a place to be crawling along. I'm not sure what Jay Bradfield's doing there, unless he's totally out of fuel. Yeah, I think he's really low on fuel there. Let's follow Argentina again as he's about to cross the line. And he goes up to 11th for 1:21.0. I'm watching the FA Cup semi-final on my little telly and something, oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable, Man United Chelsea. It's the most one-sided FA Cup semi-final you'll ever see. Let's go back to the racing then. Forza Ferraris invalidate his time. Ozan's slightly over and Nunda has joined the session. Yes, this is going to make an interesting race here then, because Nunda, he needs to get out and he just needs to set a lap. No risks needed, and that'll push Crooksy down to last. Not sure if his internet cut out, but good to see you back, Nunda. Nunda last night made sure that he was the first driver out on the track in both qualifying sessions, just so he could be first for a few seconds. Well, today he's the last out. Let's have a look at Ozan. He's 2 temps up. He's now coming to the pits. All the drivers in the pits at the moment. I think Argentina, the only driver on the track, is going to join them in a minute. Obviously it's pointless anyone else going back out on the tracks. It's going to waste their tyres, get a certain allocation of tyres for the whole weekend. Obviously apart from Nunda, who does need to go out to set a time. But we are seeing a couple of drivers go back out, which is good to see, good racing. So Jay Bradfield's going out, and Denzo's going out as well. I think that's the Alfa Romeo. No, it's not. It's Nunda, there we go, Nunda, the other Alfa Romeo. So we'll follow on board with them. Just got a message, just going to send an invite to somebody else, try and get them in the session. There we go, it's done. So we're going to ride on board with Nunda. He shouldn't be going that fast round. He can set a lap time about 4 minutes and it'd still be through. And Forza Ferrari's retired, he's in the garage. So once again, as I said last night, if you retire the car in the garage, it just means you're happy with your time and you're not going to go out again and you'll still be through. Obviously if you retire it on the track like Crooksy did, then you won't be through. So the car can't be taken back to the pits. Used to have a spare car available, but don't have that anymore. Again, Bryce Stanton saying he's trying to join the session, but it's taken him onto the PlayStation Store when he's trying to join the invite. Again, I think that's a server error. Not sure why it's doing that. We're going to follow Nunda on his lap. Again, he's not taking too many risks. Nice and slow through there. Corner's absolutely fine. He's got the RS activated to overtake. Jay Bradfield's following close behind, might be able to get a slipstream. Yeah, not very aggressive there from Nunda, but he doesn't need to take the risk. He just needs to get a lap on the board to get through to Q2. Keep 4 wheels on the track. DRS is open there. Let's have a look at Jay Bradfield, he's just behind him. Bit too far back to pick up a toe from Nunda. Let's watch Nunda through Ascari. He's keep it clean here. Says he's gone purple through sector 2. It's perfect through there for Nunda. Jay Bradfield's got through Ascari unscathed. Just watch Nunda as he goes into the Parabolica. Runs a little bit wide through there. Not the perfect line, but it's going to be enough. And Nunda goes up to 7th. Good lap time from Nunda as Jay Bradfield goes up to 5th. Good laps from them both there. So that is it. Crooksy will be out of the session after crashing through Ascari on his flying lap. So everybody else is through to Q2. Q2 obviously where it gets more interesting because the tyres you set your fastest lap on, if you're in the top 10, are the exact same tyres that you're going to have to start the race on. Let's just follow Jay Bradfield round, make sure he doesn't lose his wheel on his in-lap. Type of thing he'd do. We've got no Mercedes in here. No one's picked a Mercedes car. I wouldn't pick a Mercedes either after today. There's Mercedes just too far in front to make that race enjoyable. Hamilton miles in front. The car's is absolutely dominant. Max Verstappen's done really well to hold on to second there, but today again we need to see a challenge from other teams because you just go into the weekend knowing who's going to get pole, knowing who's going to win the race. Just gets a bit boring. Jay Bradfield's still out on the track then. Nunda's still on the track. Ozan and Olszewski have both gone out. Bazman's retired in the garage. Ozan is a 10th up on his personal best. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he'd have lost time for Ascari there. Don't think he's going to improve there. Olszewski, I don't know what Olszewski's doing. He's just flying across the track. And Ozan's retired his car. Has he retired it on the track? No, I think he must have got into the pits. No, I think he's retired it on the track. Don't know what he's done that for. I think, not sure, but it might mean he's not going to make it through. Strange thing to do. We got a Haas on the lap as well, Jay Story. Again, we have that bug again. It says Q1, 0 minutes, 0 seconds left. Checkered flag is out, but it's still letting Jay Story start a lap, even though he's crossed the line with a checkered flag. It's got to be fixed. It's just crazy. Run through the order. Then we've got Siege, Kev Citroen, Idenzo, Bazman, Jay Bradfield, Forza Ferrari, Olszewski, Ozan, who we're not sure is going to be in Q2 because he retired his car on the track. Nunda got back into the session. He's comfortably through. Big Arns, who only used the mediums. Jake the Slayer, ex-Scorpio in Argentina. And I think Jay Story's retired his car on the track as well. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe they know something I don't, but I thought if you retired your car on the track, even if you did it manually, it doesn't put you through. Oh well, we'll see. Nunda says, yes, I had one run this session and I made it count. Power went out briefly, yep. All we needed to do, Nunda, was get around the track and that would have done you enough. Power went out, let's hope it doesn't happen again. And now we just wait for absolutely nothing. All the cars are in the pits, but it's just going to make us wait for another minute. So yeah, again we have the Italian Grand Prix to begin. The Friday night race is going to be at 8:30 for the championship. Invites will be out and the lobby will be open beforehand. It's just going to be a short qualifying for the championship and then a 50% race. And Saturday night for the Premier League, again hopefully we'll have a full grid, and that's going to be at 7:30. So invites will be out 7:15. And that is going to be full qualifying with 50%. 10 more seconds. That'll be interesting to see whether Jay Story and Ozan are going to be through or not after retiring the car on the track. We got any Man United fans in the chat? I doubt you'll be watching the football if you do support Man United. Presuming they turned it off a long time ago. Again, it's frozen on 1 second. And now we've got Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, Esteban Ocon and Nicholas Latifi in the session. As Bruno Fernandes plays through a ball. That is absolutely dreadful. But touched like a trampoline, Bruno Fernandes. So let's have a look then. No, that's fine. Ozan is through. Jay Story is through. And it is just Crooksy who's out. He didn't set a time. He lost it. Through Ascari. That's unlucky for him. Because I'm sure Crooksy would have been through. Even if he took it carefully through there, he would have had enough time. Swanshank set a slow time. It's quite far behind the rest. But again, didn't need to go any faster. This is enough to get him through. Olszewski setting a good time there, up in 7th. He's going to be in the championship for next year. Also in a championship are Nunda, Jake the Slayer, and Argentina and Swanshank. So out the championship runners, Olszewski was the highest. Man United got a penalty. What a surprise. What a surprise. Oh, it's taken all my spectator things away again. So have to get them back up. With detail on the fitted tyres. And everything else enabled. There we go. 85 minutes. It is 3-0 to Chelsea. Chelsea's been absolutely dominant. De Gea's made 2 stupid mistakes. Bruno Fernandes takes a penalty. Got to miss it. Oh. Easy penalty. 3-1 to Chelsea with 5 minutes plus stoppage time left. Can Man United mount a comeback? Right, let's see who's out on the track then. We've got Basman, who's first out, followed by the Williams, Scorpa, and then we've got the racing points of Olszewski and Jake the Slayer. Nunda's out on the track as well. Big Arns is out on the track as well. Cars again going out early. Weather is on dynamic, so I'm not sure if anyone's forecast for rain at the end of the session or even in qualifying. But it is known to rain in Italy. If anyone in the chat can let us know what the weather forecast is like, that'd be good. But we are going to watch Basman on his out lap and then start his lap. Everyone's actually quite spread out around the track, so they've been quite sensible. Couple close together, just coming through sector 2. So then, Basman in that orange McLaren goes through the parabolica. Nice wide line to set himself up nicely, to get as much pace as he can, crossing the line to start his lap. Basman is on the soft tyres. We can see only Jake the Slayer, Scorpa and Jay Story on the mediums at the moment. Again, is that an indication it might rain to begin the race if cars are not worried about starting on mediums? We'll see. Tidy exit out of turn 1 and 2 through Basman. From Basman, through Basman. He's wide there. Purple through sector 1, of course. Still purple in sector 1 as a couple more cars go through there. Again, nice and tidy, but I think a racing point has just taken purple through sector 1. A little bit of spin there for Basman, but he's okay. Perfect there. Avoids the gravel, but goes nice and wide and gets a nice line. That's the car behind Scorpa. Went a bit wider, but he's still got his lap time. Let's watch Basman as he goes through Ascari, and he has invalidated his lap there. He has. So unlucky. So harsh, and Scorpa has for Ascari as well invalidated lap. So we're going to go to the racing points. Jake the Slayer, purple through sector 2. And Olszewski, I think, has he lost it? Oh, he's managed to hold it together. But again, just showing how hard Ascari is. If you don't cut the corner, you're going to lose a lot of time. If you do go over the corner a slight little bit, so easy to get four wheels off and invalidate your lap. As Jake the Slayer crosses the line on the mediums, it's a 1:21.0 for Jake the Slayer. Next across the line, setting the time, is going to be Big Arms with a 1:19.2. That should be enough to get him through. As Nunda on the softs only does a 1:21.4. I don't think that's going to be quick enough to get him through. Ozan does a 1:20.3. Let's try and catch up. Next across the line is going to be Kev Citron. As Jay Bradfield's retired. Jay Bradfield's lost it. He's lost it for Ascari. Kev Citron goes 5th, 1:22.6. Jay Bradfield, who's not drinking tonight, has crashed. I think the drink's just an excuse. If he's not racing, he can make a couple of comments now, try and defend himself and let us know what happened. As we see Argentina go through the line, crosses it in 5th. Nunda and Kev Citron both on the softs. Swanshanks goes 8th on the softs. They're all slower than Jake the Slayer is on the mediums. So it's good for Jake, but I think the others are going to have to go again. And we see McLaren cross the line. Oh, someone went really wide there. I'm not sure who that was. Olszewski. Where is he? Not sure what he's doing there. I had a little briefing before the race saying to Olszewski to make sure he gets out of the way of people in qualifying. At least he's doing that, I think. Scorpa goes 9th on the mediums on his second run off invalid. His first time, and Nunda goes up to 5th. That's more like it from Nunda. Idenzo goes quickest. Siege is 2nd. I've missed those lap times, but Idenzo quicker than Siege. Is Siege holding back? Or was that just a fantastic lap from Idenzo? Kev Citron's crossed the line. He's going for another lap. As we see the other Alfa Romeo of Idenzo coming to the pits. And we have Racing Point coming to the pits as well. And we're going to follow the Haas. Jay Story's on the lap. Through Ascari. Clips it slightly. That's the thing, if you only clip it slightly, it's so hard to get your pace back up because you're not quick enough going onto the straight. If you clip it too much, you risk losing your wheels and go flying, or you invalidate your lap. As Jay Bradfield says in the comments, he is drinking. Oh, he is, yeah. It's an excuse, isn't it? Sounds like an excuse to me. Gets me every time, that corner, drink or not. Yes, one that's going to need practicing before the first weekend of the league, because he's going to catch people out, and I'm sure it's not going to be it wasn't the first time, and it's not going to be the last time we see someone crash out through Ascari today. Forza Ferrari goes up to 7th on the medium, so he's the highest out of the medium runners. They'll be quite happy with that lap time. That's Jay Story and Kev Citron definitely going to have to go again. Bazman's not set a lap yet, but he is on a flying lap now. And Olszewski's not set a lap, as he invalidated his time, and he is back in the pits. Really nice and tidy through there from Bazman. That tight little S coming out of sector 1. He goes into sector 2. He's a little bit wide there, but he's held it together. Not using the full limits of the track, but he's keeping it safe for Bazman. I'm sure if he sets a good enough time on the softs, he will be through. As we see Jay Story get out of the way. Bazman a lot more cautious through there for Ascari this time. Oh, he's lost it a little bit, but he's held it together. I suppose the drinking for Jay Bradfield. That's probably why he didn't have enough to hold it together through there. Bazman goes through the Parabolica. It's a very tidy lap. Probably not the quickest, but it's very tidy. Probably go up into 4th or 5th. And he goes up to 5th. What a prediction that was. What a prediction that was. Bazman is up into 5th. Jay Story then down in 12th. He needs to go again. I think he's going to be coming in the pits here though. Yeah, he's too slow to start a lap. So he's going to come in the pits. Olszewski's on an out lap. We've got Swanshanks on the lap. Been on those soft tyres for 3 laps. They must be going off now. Wouldn't want to be starting the race on those anyway. But he is in 10th at the moment, Swanshanks. So he would be through as it stands. My last time I drink from now on. Yeah, Jay Bradfield, last time he's drinking. I wouldn't advise drinking for league races. We'll give penalty points for drink driving. So in Swanshanks comes through Parabolica. Don't think it's going to be a relatively quick time. Yeah, I think he's coming in the pits. He realises that. So we're going to watch who's on a lap. Bazman, no, he's not on a lap. Have a look behind him as well. Didn't know you could actually do that riding on board other drivers. You can use the stick to show the rear view camera. Here's the only driver on a lap apart from Olszewski, who needs to get a decent lap time down, or he will be going out. He's not set a lap yet, but he's going through sector 2. He's not invalidated yet. What can he do for a sky? So he's gone purple. Oh, he's did really well there, Olszewski. Olszewski did really well there because he was going to cut the corner. A little correction for a bit of oversteer, and he managed to hold it together through there as well. So fair play to him. It's good racing there as he goes through Parabolica, close to the curb but not clipping it, using all the track limits he can without invalidating it. But it's a really tidy lap from Olszewski, and he goes up to 9th. I thought it'd be a little bit higher than that, but he is through at the moment. As we see Argentina on the lap, he's down on his time. He's sticking with those mediums. He definitely wants to start on the mediums, but he is down on his time. Olszewski, I'm not sure if he's starting another lap. Kev Citron now starting his lap. Not sure why. There we go, sector 1 time. Here we go. Who's the fastest on the Friday League now, says Nunda. Not 100% sure, mate. It's so close though. We've seen different racers finishing higher at the championship races. Oh, as Kev Citron validates his time again. But the grid's still not full yet for the championship. We've still got a couple more to join. But we'll see on Friday night, I guess is the best answer to that question. But at the moment, oh, his ex-Scorpa's retired. He's retired it on the track. I'm not sure why he's done that. We're going to ride on board with Kev Citron. We'll have a look at Scorpa's car. I don't know why he's done that. What the? His car's on the side. His car's on the side. Maybe he's not retired on the track then. Olszewski's reversing. What is Olszewski doing? He's reversing to... Yeah, he's disqualified for reversing. There we go, Olszewski. How silly. How silly, Olszewski. Why has he done that? Why has he done that? Hey, Scorpa. Unlucky, mate. I don't know why. I don't know how your car's ended up on the side. Olszewski was going on a sightseeing tour and started reversing his car. I'm not sure why he's done that. Ex-Scorpa, if you've got footage of that crash, mate, I'd like to see that. I'm not sure what happened. Olszewski wanted to see the instance we started reversing, and obviously got disqualified. So we know 3 of the cars going out already. It's going to be Scorpa, it's going to be Jay Bradfield and Olszewski. Jay Story and Kev Citron, they just need to set a higher lap to get through, which could push Jake the Slayer and Swanshanks down. Only 3 minutes left in the session. Jay Story's in the pits, he might have to come and put the softs on. And Nunda, if you meant who's fastest in the Friday League now, let's have a look through. So Nunda, oh that's what you meant, because you're the highest out of the Friday League now. Right, well done. Got to remember, Nunda, you are on the soft tyres as Kev Citron's retired. Has he lost it out of Ascari as well? I think he has. We can't see because no one else is on the track, but as you can see where the yellow part is through sector 3 on the full track map, his car is stationary through. Just past the Ascari, I think he's lost it there as well. So he's going to be out as well. Unbelievable, it's such a hard corner. It's made even harder this year with the track limits people trying to avoid. Kev's gone the same part again. It's horrible, says Jay Bradford. Yeah, we lost 3 cars there. It's going to be tough. Just got to ease out of it. Take it a lot more care. Even if you try and take it cautiously though, you can end up spinning because it's clipping that last little bit, because the apex is there, a bumpy. which makes it even harder. As Forza Ferrari's retired from the session, we're just waiting for Jay Story. He's in the pits. We know 4 of the cars going out, but Jay Story in the pits, is he going to come out? Argentina's retired, he thinks he's safe. Well, he is safe because Forza Ferrari has as well. And Jay Story's still in the pits. I'm not sure he's going to make out in time. Mind you, with this game, we never know, because obviously it lets some drivers set a lap even though the checkered flag's gone. All the drivers are in the pits. Swanshanks has got an out lap to try and cover off Jay Story if he was to come out. But no, it looks like Jay Story's staying in. Again, but if I mentioned this last night, some drivers much prefer starting on the mediums. So if it means going through to the Q3 on the softs and end up starting 9th or 10th on the softs, you might be at a disadvantage to someone starting 11th or 12th on mediums. So it's just a preference really. So some people might rather get knocked out of Q2 than actually get through and start 10th. We might as well watch Swanshanks. He's the only driver out on the track. He's going for another lap, which he doesn't need to do. But I think he's going to be going through to Q3, which I think he didn't do yesterday. He got knocked out beforehand yesterday, so it'll be his first Q3 appearance. Jay Bradford saying practice, practice, defo be on this track on time trials. Yeah, I think you need to be. And he's invalidated his lap there, and he's done well to avoid spinning there for Swanshanks. Yep, that is effectively the end of the session. We're going to lose ex-Scorpa in 11th, who lost it for Ascari. Jay Story in 12th, who looks happy with 12th, starting on the mediums. Kev Citron, who lost it for Ascari as well. Jay Bradfield, who lost it for Ascari. And Olszewski, who would have got through, but he decided to reverse his car down the track to try and look at another car that had crashed. So rightfully he's been disqualified. And things like that will not be tolerated in the league starting next week. We're going to be a lot harsher than we are today if people are doing silly things like that. So again, we've got to wait for absolutely nothing. We've got 2 minutes to wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, we'll talk about the football then for a minute, if you don't want to hear what the score was. And that, don't listen for a minute. Chelsea beat Man United 3-1. Man United's getting a penalty. They tend to get a penalty in every match, but they weren't enough. Chelsea absolutely dominant. Olivier Giroud, the first goal. De Gea got a hand on it, weren't strong enough to keep it out. And that was in the 11th minute, stoppage time in the first half. Eric Bailly went out, he's concussed. Took ages to patch him up. And then we see Mason Mount, 45 seconds into the second half, just banged one from 25 yards straight at De Gea, and De Gea flipped through his hand into the side of the net. 2-0 Chelsea it was, after 2 De Gea errors. And then Antonio Rudiger was up front for some reason, but he managed to slide in and get the third, and it was Fernandez's penalty that got them back for Man United. But Chelsea are through to the FA Cup final, where they'll play Arsenal. Chelsea in the final, where a lot of people thought it'd be Man City, Man United. Yeah, if everyone can retire, that'd be great, because we'd be able to go through to the Q3 then. Let's have a look then. We've got Idenzo, Siege, Big Arns, Ozan, Basman, Nunda, all going through on the soft tyres. Swanshanks in 10th on the softs as well. And we've got Argentina in 7th, Forza Ferrari in 8th, Jake the Slayer in 9th, and they're all going to start on the mediums. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just get everyone to retire in the garage. Why is a car going out of the track? What's going on? The checkered flag went 3 minutes ago. He's retired it anyway. How can this be allowed? The car's going out on the track and the checkered flag went 3 minutes ago. Crazy. Swanshanks is out as well. Did he crash? Swanshanks qualified in 10th. He must have crashed. He must have retired the car. Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that one. He might have lost it for Ascari as well. But yeah, he won't take part in Q3. So there'll only be 9 in Q3. And then Forza Ferrari and Jake Deslayer will start on the mediums. Idenzo and Siege are very close. They're going to take... Siege is going to take some beating. But Idenzo ahead of Siege in Q2. Was Siege holding back? We don't know. Bit of a gap then to Big Arns. And a bit of a gap further back. Wouldn't surprise me if Big Arns went a bit quicker as well. But I think it's going to be a big battle between those three for pole position. Nunda says it was a big crash I was watching at the chicane. What's that for Swanshanks, Nunda? No. There's me saying it's one of the easiest tracks. It's got not so many corners. But the corners that this track has got here at Monza are some of the hardest, and they've proved to be so. But hopefully today's practice, if people can just hold it together, and it'll put them in good shape for next week. Getting used to this now, changing my spectator menu every time we go to a different session. There we go. Everyone should be going to the softs, and we've got cars. I think everyone's going out. Wow. There's a rush to get out here. There's only one car left in the pits. It's the McLaren of Forza Ferrari doing the sensible thing, waiting for a bit of space. It's going to be traffic jam. People are going to have to wait to find space. And Forza Ferrari will come out whenever he's ready and he'll have clear air. So first one out is a Red Bull of Big Arns. And it is Siege right behind him. And then Idenzo is a little bit further back. They're starting to spread themselves out a little bit now. Forza Ferrari remains in the garage. Not sure what he's doing, but the cars will come round soon, so you'd have thought he'd gone out by now. Oh, Big Arns cuts a bit of the grass there as he's weaving to get some temperature into those tyres. You can absolutely kill these tyres because you don't have to use them in the race. Here we go then. Big Arns crosses the line, DRS opens, and he starts his quali lap. Goes up to 215 miles per hour. Wow, it's a lot quicker than you could get to an F1 2019 in Italy, and he's obviously got a pacey setup on to try and beat Siege. What can Big Arns do through sector 1 then? The time he sets is 26.02. Siege's sector 1 is a 25.998. There's 4 thousandths between Big Arns and Siege through sector 1. This is going to be close. Big Arns. Oh, he's given up. He's given up his time. He must have made a mistake there. We'll follow on board with Siege then. Perfect line through there. Opens the DRS. Gone purple through sector 2 as well. Still purple in sector 2. No mistakes from Siege. Someone else has taken purple sector 2. Who's that? Not sure. Big Arns and well at his lap now. Again, what we mentioned about Siege yesterday, not only is he's so quick, but his tyre management's incredible. Siege crossing the line to 1:19.1. Let's have a look what anyone else can do. Ozan does a 1:19.9, Nunda a 1:20.4. We're on board with Idenzo, he crosses the line and he does a 1:19.5, which is a bit slower than I thought he'd do. As we see Argentina across the line, he goes up to 5th with 1:27. Jake Deslayer only 6th with 1:28.7. I think he was just building up. He had an extra out lap. Forza Ferrari's now out. It's Bazman. That is the McLaren in the pits, as you can see. Forza Ferrari's about to start his lap. Siege is going slower. Denzo, I'm not sure what's going on here. Two Alfa Romeos have got in each other's way there. Not sure what happened, but Nunda. Oh, Nunda's lost it there. Again, not sure. I don't know if he's just trying to get out of the way, but it's going to ruin those tyres. He won't be able to use them again. Argentina, not sure if he's on a quicker lap or not. He's got the DRS open, he's accelerating. No, he's not on a quick lap at all, I didn't think he was. And he's invalidated his time anyway. Ozan comes in the pits. Idenzo's going to do the same, you should think. And he is. I think Siege will be coming in the pits as well. Fuel back up and get ready for another hot lap. I'd expect Idenzo to be quicker on his next lap, closer to Siege. And still got Big Arns as well. He's back out on an out lap. Yet to set a lap after him. Oh, not sure what happened on his first lap because he was only 4 thousandths behind Siege through sector 1. And then he aborted his lap. Not sure if he lost it going into sector 2. Here we go then, Forza Ferrari's about to cross the line. Where's he going to go? He goes up to third. There's a cracking lap from Forza Ferrari. 1:19.6, he's less than half a second off Siege. Brilliant lap from Forza Ferrari. Really quick, guys. Could be on for a top 3 start here. Jake the Slayer's in 4th, he's improved his time, ahead of Ozan, which is very impressive. Expect Big Arns, he's about to start his lap, to go even quicker. Forza Ferrari, he's on a slow lap. Jake the Slayer again is on a slow lap. Everyone else in the pit apart from Bazman, who's on an out lap, and Big Arns, who's on an out lap and about to cross the line to start his lap, so we're going to ride on board for his lap. He's going to get a bit of traffic here, though, as the car's coming out the pits. No, he's fine. Every qualifying session I've been 1/10 quicker, says Nunda. That's practice for you, mate. You keep practicing, you will get quicker. So Big Arns then. See what time he can do through sector 1. It's a 26.007. Very similar to his time before. Oh, he's got a bit of spin through there. He's got to keep going though, he needs to set a lap. He's gone a bit wide there, but that's perfect. Perfect, going all the way on track limits. And again there, taking the track limits to the full. Going as far as you can without it disallowing your lap. Fantastic there from Big Arns, he's really going for it. Through Ascari then. Purple through sector 2. Perfect line for Big Arns. Perfect through Ascari as well. This could be a cracking lap here. I'd expect him to go up to second at least. How close is he going to get to Siege? Could he even topple Siege here? Big Arns goes through Parabolica. What can he do? Perfect line again. This is a cracking lap. And Big Arns crosses the line and he does go fastest. I thought it was good. He goes just over a 10th faster than Siege, and he did make a little mistake in there as well when he was just coming into sector 2 through the tight little less. So I reckon he's got another 10th there as well. Fantastic though from Big Arns. Siege is going to have to come out again if he wants to beat that. Denzo's back out now. He's now starting his lap as we watch Bazman. I think he's given up on his lap. He saved up his ERS, so he'll be able to go again. We are going to check in on Ozan. Ozan's going slower. Yeah, he's just over a 10th down his personal best, so we're going to follow Idenzo. He's going slower as well. So he's not going to improve on this lap either. Siege comes out, and this is going to be the real battle now between Big Arns and Siege. Idenzo is still in the fight, but he's going to have to do another lap of saving up his ERS. He's got it full at the moment. Not use the tyres too much. It's about getting the balance between wearing out your tyres and heating them up. You can go out and crawl around, do a really slow lap, and your tyres will be fresh, but you need heating them as well and heating your brakes. Otherwise you'll make more mistakes on your hot lap. So I should expect Idenzo to go again. Bazman's down in 9th and he's slightly behind his personal best as well. He's run a little bit wide there. He's still going though, he's still going for his lap, and as he needs to. You expect him to go up to 7th here. We've got the 2 championship drivers, Nunda and Argentina, in 7th and 8th. But Basman would want to be at least up to 7th. Jake the Slayer as well, of course, championship driver. He's up in 5th. Cracking lap from him. What can Basman do here then? As we watch him go through sector 3. Siege is about to start his lap in the Haas. Here we go then, Basman neatly through Parabolica. Where can he go? He goes up to 7th. He does get ahead of Nunda in Argentina. He's just a 10th off 5th, so I'm sure he'll want to go again to try and improve that. As Nunda's retired, coming out of Parabolica. There he is, he's lost his wheel. Not Parabolica. What's it called? Ascari. I think that's the 5th driver to lose it for Ascari. Out of the 16 that we've got racing, again, that just proves how difficult it is. That's the other thing I was going to mention about Siege earlier, time penalties. He doesn't pick them up as he's 2 seconds slower, so he's aborted this lap. He's going to save up and he's going to get 1 shot at taking pole off Big Arns here. We've got Nunda out the session. Argentina's down in 9th. He's slightly up on his time. He's clipped the grass a little bit low. I'm not sure if he's going to improve here. Be good if he could. Neater through there. Be good if he could pinch 8th off Nunda. Jake the Slayer. Oh, he's up. He's invalidated his time. It's unfortunate for him. He's got a cracking lap anyway. If he can hold on to that 5th, that'll be incredible. Jake the Slayer. Who the game gave driver of the day yesterday. He started down in 17th or 18th, I think it was, after not taking part in qualifying. And he managed to get quite a high finish. Can't remember exactly where he finished. We did really well. Good look, you helmet, says Darren. Well, as luck, I think they're going to need a bit of luck because everyone's losing it for Ascari at the moment. Let's have a look then at Argentina. He has invalidated his lap, unfortunately. Jake the Slayer, as we know, has invalidated his lap. Next to go through will be Ozan. I think his time is up here. Argentina's retired. He's come into the pits and retired. Ozan, it's just an out lap from him. Denzo is about to start his lap as well. Big Arns is about to start another lap too. We're going to ride on board with Siege. He's on another flying lap. He's gone through sector 1. He's now going through sector 2. Might have got a little bit wide there. Let's see, does he go purple for sector 2? He is 6 thousandths behind his own time. It does go purple through sector 2. Oh, he's lost it. He's got a bit of spin there. Coming out of Ascari. I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm not sure this is going to be enough to get Big Arns off pole. And Siege might have to settle for second here. Basman's retired. He made a mistake going through Ascari as well. We saw in the background. Siege comes across the line. Can he go faster than Big Arns? Yes, he can by 13 hundredths of a second. Unbelievable. The margin is tiny. Big Arns, he is over a 10th and a half up in his own time. We saw that he made a mistake coming out of sector 1 on his personal best lap. We said he could get a bit quicker, and again he's got it perfect for Ascari, and I think Big Arns is going to be on pole here. Forza Ferrari's got up into 3rd. He's only a 10th off Siege. Fantastic lap from Forza Ferrari. Ozan gets up to 5th. Jake the Slayer is going to be starting 6th. It's just Big Arns and Idenzo left to go. Big Arns is weaving. What's he weaving for? Oh, has he lost it? Or has he run out of fuel? But Siege takes pole position. Idenzo only 4th. Siege is on pole by 13 hundredths just when we thought Big Arns was going to take it off him. Big Arns was up. I'm not sure if he ran out of fuel. His fuel gauge is flashing. But he would have been on pole if he continued that lap. If he didn't, whatever happened, Forza Ferrari up in 3rd. Fantastic. That's why he's a Premier League driver. Within a 10th between the top 3. Fantastic driving between them. Forza the D-pad, Master, says Darren. Yep, on the D-pad. Darren, you serious mushroom, mate? Oh, that's alright, mate. Good race yesterday, you had. Look forward to starting the league next weekend. Not sure how you can race on a D-pad. Forza was telling me earlier how he uses X to accelerate. Unbelievable, especially this year. Using R2, you have to be so gentle if you're on a pad. Must be so hard. Let's run through the order quickly. Siege just ahead of Big Arns. Forza Ferrari will start third. Idenzo in fourth. Ozan in fifth. Jake the Slayer in sixth. Bazman seventh. Nunda in eighth. And Argentina in ninth. Jake the Slayer, the highest of the championship runners. Fantastic that from him. Just 8/10 off the pace. Could be a promotion contender for the championship. Obviously, if you don't know, in the championship we're going to have the top 3 get promoted for season 2, which will start in January. Season 1 is going to run through until just before Christmas, and then the bottom 3 from the Premier League will get relegated, and then we're going to have a playoff between 4th and 5th in the championship and 16th and 17th in the Premier League. We call it a race off to see which other 2 to determine their leagues. And the sky looks pretty dark over Monza. Looks a bit misty. We had 5 cars lose their wheels in this qualifying session without rain. So this is not looking good. Minecat and Bad Pals have joined the session as well, which is good to see. So they'll start from the back. So I think we've got 18 racers here. It's going to make for a great race. Formation app is on, I'm sure. I'm sure formation app's on. Yeah, but it is. I don't know if I thought I turned it on last night, but a race started and I thought, what on earth are the lights doing? So I couldn't have put formation app on. I made sure I was on for tonight. So we've got Minecat and Bad Pounso both in the Mercedes, starting at the back, not taking part in qualifying. Crooksy's in 16th after crashing out in Q1. Guess where? Ascari. Olszewski 15th. I don't know what's going on here. Olszewski starting 15th after getting disqualified in Q2 because he reversed in the middle of a track to see another crash. Not sure what that was about. Jay Bradfield 14th, losing it for Ascari in Q2. Same goes for Kev Citroen and Scorpion 11th. Jay Story starting 12th. I think he'll be on the mediums. No, he's not. He's gone for the softs. Oh, he's gone for the softs. Swanshanks, he lost it in Q2 as well, but he'd already got through to Q3, so he starts on 10th. Argentina's 9th, Nunda's 8th, Bazman in 7th in the orange McLaren, Jake the Slayer in 6th, Ozan in 5th, Idenzo starting in 4th, which I think he'll be a bit disappointed with after being first through Q1. He was faster than Siege. Forza Thrive, a cracking third, just a 10th off Siege. Big Arns, I think he'll be a bit disappointed with second, but he's got the pace. He's shown that he's got the pace to match or even better Siege here today. We're going to set up the spectator menu, and then the cars are going to be ready to go for lights out in Monza. So as we can see, Forza Ferrari starting on the mediums, Jake the Slayer on the mediums, and Scorpio on the mediums, everyone else on the softs. But Forza Ferrari might not be contending with the top 2 to begin with. He'll just want to be holding off what's behind him, and he'll be on the fresher tyres at the end. Here we go, and I think that's all the settings we need up. Have a look at interval. There we go, that's better. So then the cars lined up on the grid. No one got disqualified from the formation app, which is something strange for here. Jay Bradfield is not letting me take control of the car. You got control of it now? It looks like you have. Let's hope we get that sorted. And here we go then. Siege, Big Arns. We've got lights. Here we go. 5. And lights out. The lights are out. The cars aren't going. I think there's a bit of a delay on it. Here we go then. Lights out. And here we go in Monza. Siege gets a good start. We get a good start for Bazman as well. Idenzo's already ahead of Forza Ferrari on those mediums. Idenzo goes down the inside. And Forza Ferrari's under pressure from Ozan and his team. And we've got wing damage, I think, for that Ferrari there of Argentina. Kev Citroen gets up to 7th. Fantastic start for Kev Citroen. Jay Bradfield down in 18th. I think everyone's got through there pretty cleanly. Nunda's dropped down to 16th, but he's had a poor start. I'm not sure if he's got damage. He has got wing damage there. And Big Arns has got Siege. Big Arns has got Siege. Fantastic there from Big Arns down that second mini straight. He takes the lead, and Siege is going to be looking to get a position back. But whilst they're fighting, Idenzo's there as well. And Kev Citroen up into 5th. Fantastic start from him after starting down, I think 12th or 13th it was. Brilliant stuff from him. Bad Palzo up into 11th. Crooksy's up into 9th after starting 16th. We are going to follow this battle as Idenzo goes down the inside on Siege, going to Ascari, and Idenzo gets the move done. Idenzo gets the move done. I think Big Arms would have got a warning there for a penalty. It's Jake the Slayer. Has he lost it? He's lost it. Jake the Slayer's lost it. Oh no. Just such a good qualifier and he's lost it. Going through Ascari. That's the first victim. He is still going though. He's still going. He might have to come in the pits. I think he's got wing damage. Big Arms in the lead. Sets the fastest lap as we go around. Idenzo close behind. Siege is close behind. He wants to get that place back after starting first as Argentina pits. And it was him that had wing damage, and I take it. Forza Ferrari's doing really good job. He's dropped down to 4th after Idenzo got past him as Ozan picks up the 3-second time penalty. Forza Ferrari on those mediums will be happy there as Jay Bradfield gets overtaken by Minecat down the main straight. Jay Bradfield saying, he needs to practice this. We just crash out at Ascari again. Forza Ferrari, as we'd expect, is falling back slightly now from the front three. He's going to be under pressure from Kev Citron soon. He needs to hold him off on those medium tyres to have a chance of winning this race at the end. Jay Bradfield saying it's not working. What's not? Are you not in control of your car, Justin? It looks like you're. It looks like it's not in ghost mode. As Kev Citron does get past Forza Ferrari. Forza Ferrari not putting up a fight. He knows his battle's going to come later on in the race. And Kev Citron, after a poor qualify. Oh, he's gone here. Forza Ferrari's gone. He's out. He's out. What happened there? I think he lost it. He just went straight. He just went straight. We're riding board of Argentina. I don't think we're going to see it in time, but we have got a virtual safety car. Big Arms comes in the pits. Forza Ferrari's out. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he just went flying straight on. So Idenzo takes over the lead after starting 4th. After Forza Ferrari crashes out. Gets past Siege. He got past Siege as well. Bazman. Big Arms is in the pits. It's a cheap pit stop and he has gone to the hards. He'll try and get those to the end, I'd imagine. Yeah, leave and rejoin, Justin. And then click on take control as Olszewski picks up the drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. You just got to stay within that delta. You want to get as much, don't want to lose any time as Olszewski's overtaken someone here. I thought it was under virtual safety car, maybe he got it done just before or just after it came out. But Olszewski's up in the 7th, but he's got a drive-through penalty. Jay Bradfield, yeah, we go, he's left the session, he's not in control of his car. Although he's doing better with it not in control of his car, he's up in 12th. Justin, I tell you what, if you're having a drink, I'd just leave it, mate. You've got more chance of getting points if your AI is in control of it. Oh, let's follow at the battle then between Bazman and Crooksy. Bazman up in the 5th. Crooksy's closing in on him. Crooksy, of course, started 16th and he's up in the 6th already. Fantastic start and he's looking to make his way in the top 5. We're going to watch Kev Citron because he's closing up on Siege. It's Kev Citron, he's got DRS open. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he's not. He's going to be patient. He knows he's got an opportunity on the next straight as well. He's got ERS saved up. As we see, Olszewski and Scorpa both coming to pits. Scorpa's retired the car in the pits. Not sure what for. Strange thing to do. Not sure why he's done that. Kev Citron not been able to close up on Siege. Siege is getting a slipstream from Idenzo now. And Siege is going to catch him back up. I think Siege has started to get it going. So we have lost Forza Ferrari. He lost it for Ascari. Looks like he just went straight on and hit the wall. Not sure how that happened. And Scorpio as well as Jake the Slayer sets the fastest lap. He's running last in clean air after his spin at Ascari. Good lap from him. He can still get some points in this race. All it takes is another safety car. Justin, I'm going to quickly send you another invite. Bazman picks up a 3-second time penalty. Crooksy has got past Bazman. Bazman's got to look at getting him back. And Bazman does get him back. And I'm going to speedy quick get Justin another invite. Plays in. Oh yeah, he's in the party with me as well. He's on mute. There we go. Justin, you should have an invite. Big Arms has got a 3-second time penalty. Big Arms has got a 3-second time penalty. That could play into effect later on in the race. But Siege sets the fastest lap. Siege in Brazil yesterday did not get a single penalty. As Crooksy gets back past Bazman, and Bazman's not letting it go. He spins a little bit coming out of the turn 1. And they're side by side going down into turn 3. Bazman's got the race in line here, but can Crooksy get back past him down the inside? He is going to. Can't see from that camera angle, and Bazman swoops round the outside and gets the place back. So see a 3-second time penalty for Ozan. I think that's his second time penalty. He does need to practice those track limits, but he is running well up in 4th. It's a great battle between Bazman and Crooksy here, as Bazman spins a little bit there, and Crooksy's going to have DRS, and I'm sure he's going to get the move done here. He's not got his ERS activated, so he's going to be patient, as we have got a yellow flag. Not sure what for here. We've got Bad Palzo. Bad Palzo's lost it. Another car's lost, and Jay Bradfield's lost it as well. 2 cars lost it, separate areas of the track. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's just driving forwards, but his car's shaking about now. Not sure what's happening with Justin. He's just sat there on the track. Now he's going to get going. What's he doing? He's blocking the track now. I mean, he's told me he's had a drink, but I didn't think he had that much. As Kev Citron closes in on Siege. Don't know if Siege made a mistake. Justin's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. I'm not sure what he was doing there. I don't even know if he was in control of his car or not. And his car's coming back on the track. Serious Mushroom saying it's an AI, yeah. I don't know what on earth it's doing. It's coming back on the track in the path of the leaders. Crazy. The AIs can't even drive this game properly. How do they expect us to? Siege, he's not really catching Idens at the moment. Goes through Ascari quite neatly. So does Kev Citron. And Kev Citron's got his ERS activated, and Elzevski's retired from the session now. Not sure what has happened there, as we have a full course safety car. Here we go then. And Big Arn's so unlucky here because he's already pitted, so he's going to lose out. Everyone else going to get a cheap pit stop. I don't think I've ever seen a car crash where Olszewski's crashed there. Again, this practice is needed for next week because we're seeing far too many crashes here. Don't want this to happen for next weekend. Justin saying his wheel's not working. Not sure what's going on there then. See who comes out where then. Jay Story's going to take the lead because he's not pitted. Jay Story in the lead. Idenzo comes out in second. Siege is in third. Kev Citron's coming out in fourth. Just ahead of Mindcat, and Big Arns has lost out big time. He's behind Mindcat. Not sure what's happening here. Kev Citron's gone into AI mode here. He's lost the position to Mindcat because of that. So Jay Story's in the lead in this race, but he is not pitted. So effectively, he isn't really in the lead. We've got Idenzo ahead of Siege. Mindcat again, who has not pitted. So Kev Citron is effectively third. Big Arns is then fourth, who's on older tyres, and he's lost a couple of positions. Really unlucky there. He's unlucky in qualifying, and now he's going to be unlucky again in the race. But he's got incredible pace around here, so it's not all over yet. He can still win this race. And Mindcat and Jay Story, the only two drivers yet to pit. They're still going around the softs. I presume they'd pit this lap. And if they were to, I think they'd come out around 11th and 12th. If they go any further, it's just a waste because they're going to have to pit anyway soon on those ever dying softs. Kev Citron gets back past Mindcat. Not sure if he was instructed to there. Again though, Kev Citron, what a fantastic start he's had to the race. He's on medium tyres, Idenzo's on medium tyres. Can they get to the end? Siege is on the hards, they'll definitely get to the end. So to begin with, you'd think Idenzo might pull away from Siege. Here we go, Jay Story's in the pits. Presume Minecat will come in as well. No, he's not. Minecat's staying out. Idenzo does now lead the race. Siege on the hards behind. Kev Citron in third. Minecat's still fourth. Big Arns is in fifth. Ozan's in sixth. Bazman's in seventh, where he started. Crooksy's in eighth. Swanshank's ninth. Nunda in 10th. Jay Story, where's he come out of the pits? He does come out in 12th. And this has brought Jake the Slayer back into play, this safety car. After being a pit stop down, after having to pit early on. And he's right back in the race in 13th, as we see a 3-second time penalty for Argentina. For multiple warnings, people cutting corners even though under the safety car. No need to take the risk. Oh, I've seen it. Let's hope there's no wing damage there. I don't think there is. Minecat, is he going to pit on this lap? If he does, he will come out last, though. That's the thing with waiting. Obviously, you'll get a put on tyres which are even fresher. But he'll come out last if he pits, and he's going to have to pit soon anyway. Big Arms will not be happy with Minecat if he stays out. He's going to lose time to the top three. Fascinating race here. I've only had 8 laps out of the 27. There's still all to play for. Commentary is real good. Oh, cheers, Darren. Only my second race doing it, so make some mistakes, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully get better. As a Ferrari goes wide there, not sure who that was. Safety car is in this lap. Yeah, at least they're not ramming each other. If you saw the race last night in Brazil, we had 2 cars retire under the safety car because they crashed into each other. We had front wing damage everywhere. But I think we're all safe here. Bazman's left us. Oh, as I say that, his car's off the track. Bazman's left the session. It's all clean though. And Idenzo has gone. He's gone, and he's got a gap to Siege, and Siege is going to get caught by Kev Citron here. Big Arns has already passed Minecat. Minecat's got him back though. Big Arns has fallen down to 6th. He's had to brake because he got past Minecat earlier, and he's lost a place to Ozan. Although Big Arns has got the position back. Kev Citron goes down the inside of Siege, gets the position done, goes down the inside. Can he keep it? Yes, he can. Siege will have the slipstream back on this straight though. Can he keep it? But all this time, Idenzo is pulling away at the front, and he's got 1.5 seconds already. Minecat back up into 4th, then Big Arns looks to overtake him here. He needs to get past him as soon as he can if he's going to fight with the top 3. And Big Arns goes down the inside, and he's going to get the move done pretty comfortably. As we see Swanshanks get past Bazman, who's out of the session, not sure why. Got to quickly pause it to get an invite to Bazman. There we go, he's got an invite, hopefully he can join that quickly as Ozan gets past Minecat. Minecat's losing more positions. I think it was a poor move there for Minecat to stay out on those softs. He probably regrets that now because he's going to lose places all the while. And Bazman has joined back. He is down in last, unfortunately, but not sure if it's just kicked him out there. Still a long way to go, and he can get back up here, definitely. So we've got second between first and second. The Swanshanks now gets past Minecat as well on hard, so softs are dead for Minecat. Wouldn't surprise me if he came in here to pit. He needs to pit soon. But no, he's staying out. He's keeping faith in those tyres. Second between the top 2. Siege is 1.7 back from Kev Citron as Crooksy in the AlphaTauri has got past his teammate of Ozan. Crooksy's on the fresher tyres. Minecat and Swanshanks are fighting out again. Minecat went for the move back. Swanshanks has to go over the curb and gets a 3-second time penalty. Darren says Siege and Denzo are quick. Siege and Denzo are really quick. Minecat, where's he gone? He's lost it. He's lost it on those old softs. And again, those tyres are just dead. He should have pitted a long time ago, as we said. But he's lost it, and he's going to have to come pitting now, and he's going to be a mile back. And again, I'm not sure why it's not showing me the gaps between the cars. We've got Idenzo about 2nd in front of Kev Citron. Siege is about 2 seconds back now on those hard tyres, but he could come back into play towards the end of the race as the top 2's medium tyres wear off those hard tyres. And Siege will come back on them, as well as Big Arns behind. He can get to the end on those, even though they're a few laps older than Siege. Jake the Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. Crooksy's in 5th on the mediums. He's going to look to catch up to Siege and Big Arns. Ozan's keeping up with his teammate though. Swanshanks is in 7th. He's fighting Jay Story here. Jay Story's gone down the inside of him. It's a better exit though from Swanshanks, and now they're pretty much side by side. Crooksy gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Here we go in Swanshanks and Jay Story. None of them have got DRS open. One of them must have DRS. Strange that. Oh, Jay Story. Oh no, Jay Story's cut the corner and lost his front, lost part of his wing there. Oh, the cars are all close up here. Look at this. We saw a bit of wing damage there. Jay Story's fallen down to 10th now. So we see Swanshanks keeps 7th. Jake the Slayer's in 8th, and we said he'd come back into it, and he really has. He's fighting for 7th here. Bad Palzo down in 9th, and Jay Story in 10th after that little incident there. I think he outbraked himself there. Turn tyres off and put gap. No, that's fine. Look, you can have tyres on and then you can have the lap data as well. But for some reason, it happened last night. The lap data, the gaps just disappear sometimes. And Bazman is back in the session, obviously, and he's got past Argentina. As Nunda goes down inside of Bad Palzo. Bad Palzo tries to fight it. Oh, the cars have gone through each other. Oh, it's aggressive there from Bad Palzo. Nunda's position to take there. Bad Palzo ran wide and came back on very aggressively as Jay Story. I'm not sure if Jake the Slayer's made a mistake, but he's 1.5 seconds down now. Oh, we see Big Arns is really close up on Siege, just 3 tenths behind. Siege just 3 seconds off Kev Citron. Not sure what's happened to Siege tonight. Not sure if he's given someone else a controller. As we see Jake the Slayer getting passed by Jay Story. Nunda does get past Bad Palzo. Jay Story again, he's got 5-second time penalty exceeding track limits. I think he's got a legal overtake there as well. He's had to give the position back. Jay Story twice in a row, he's got the braking wrong, and now he's under pressure from Bad Palzo. Going into turn 3, and he gets the position done as Bazman looks for a move on Nunda. Fantastic move around the outside. Now down the inside for Bazman. Brilliant move. Bad Palzo's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. These penalties are racking up for a couple of guys here. And we're going to have a look at Big Arns. How close can get to Siege? 1/2 second off. We're going to look at Bazman, sorry. He's closed in on Jay Story. He's got part. It's a strange place to overtake there. Jay Story's falling back, not sure why. But Nunda's got past him as well. Bazman back up the 10th already after being 14th a couple of laps ago. He's got some pace on those hard tyres. So we're going to follow Big Arns out of Parabolica, going onto the straight. He'll have DRS open. He's going to have his ERS open as well. He's got his ERS deployed. Can he get past Siege here? Is he going to go for the move down the inside, or will he be patient? He's gone down the inside. Siege staying with him. No, Big Arns has got the move done quite simply as well. Siege doesn't really fight it. Big Arns up into 3rd. Siege down into 4th. As Argentina picks up another penalty. Kev Citron up in 2nd. Absolutely fantastic race from him after a poor qualifying. Brilliant, brilliant from him. And Siege is close up to Big Arns, but no, he's not close enough, although he gets a good exit here. Gap between the top two is remaining the same. Jake the Slayer's getting past Bad Palzo. Bad Palzo lost it. Not sure if he has, but he's lost 2 positions there. Now he's under pressure from Nunda and Jay Story too. What the? Well, that's not, we're not having that. No, we're not having that. That's ridiculous. It's brought out a safety car. Look, we're not having that. We can't have racing like that. That's absolutely ridiculous. Just crashing the car on purpose. It's messed up the race now as we've got a safety car. Don't care if it's a practice race or not. We're not having that. Unreal. So safety car is out. A good chance for Argentina and Minecat because they were quite far back. Minecat's going to get a second chance. I mean, I can understand we've got some cars losing it through Ascari. It's a difficult corner. You crash your car out on purpose. That's unacceptable. You can at least come into the pits and retire if you don't want to race for whatever reason. But now that's affected the race. Idenzo and Kev Citron are staying. out. Bazman is staying out, so he's up to third. Big Arms is in the pit. Siege, Crooksy, Ozan. Oh, Crooksy and Ozan are going to have to double sack here. Jake the Slayer, Swanshanks and Jay Story are all coming in the pits. And most of them put the mediums on. It's a little bit too early to put the softs on. They won't make it to the end. Mediums will definitely make it to the end. We've got Nunda up into fourth, Bazman up in third, but they are on older hards. And Idenzo and Kev Citroen, I'm sure they're going to stay out. And they have got 2 cars behind them in Bazman and Nunda, who are going to fight off Big Arns and Siege for them. But Big Arns and Siege, if they can get past Bazman and Nunda quickly, then they're going to be on fresh tyres towards the end. Well, that's made things interesting. Just it looked like Idenzo and Kev Citroen are starting to take it into a league of their own. Nunda could still pit yet though, because he's been on those hards for 10 laps. He'll have to go 23 laps on them if he's going to get to the end on them. It might be difficult. An eventful race, we're only halfway through it. So again, we have lost Jay Bradfield. He was disqualified. His AI took over for some reason. Not sure whether it was his internet or whether it was a server error. And his car, his AI was driving all over the place, reversing onto the track. And that disqualified him. Lost Forza Ferrari early on. He just went straight on for Ascari. We lost X-Scorp, who retired in the pits for whatever reason. Olszewski, who crashed it coming out of turn 3 and 4, that sharp little S. He must have lost it, lost his wheel. And we lost Bad Pals in the exact same place. I don't know why. He just crashed into the wall on purpose. His beer took over. Yeah, I think that's probably the best explanation for that. So all the fields bunched up again then. Minecat's the only one left to catch up. Minecat obviously decided to stay on the softs he started on the last safety car. He regretted that decision as he fell down the order quickly and then lost it. But he's got another chance. He's pitted for fresh mediums. And he's going to be in the mix again because Argentina's in 12th and 7 lap old hards. I think he's stayed out unless he pits at the end of this lap. So the battle is on between Idenzo and Kev Citroen. Difficult to predict as well. We've got such quality drivers in this league. Tracks like Italy, mainly pace based. They might be some better suited to some drivers, whereas tracks like Monaco and Azerbaijan are street circuits with tight corners, might be better suited to others. So we are going to have different people win different races. As we see Siege down in 6th here, as Bazman gets a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Kev Citroen. Not sure what's going on there. Argentina gets a... Oh no, that's not what we like to see. We got another crash under the safety car. What on earth is going on? Just drive around at the same pace as the car in front. Don't drive too fast, because if someone brakes in front of you, you're going to end up losing your wing and getting a penalty. Nunda's doing a good job, says Darren. He is. He's up in 4th. He's on 11 lap old hards though, so I should think he's going to be under big pressure, especially from Big Arns and Siege. He's doing well. Let's go then. Idenzo. He's gone in the same place again just before Parabolica. He's got a bit of a gap to Kev Citroen, and Kev Citroen's got a big gap to Big Arns of a second already. Big Arns, Bazman, not Big Arns. Bazman's under pressure from Nunda, but Nunda's under pressure from Big Arns. I'm sure he's going to get the move done here. He goes down the inside, Big Arns. And Argentina's retired from the session. Nunda, he tries to defend, but he's wasting his time because in trying to defend Nunda, he's lost the position of Big Arns. Now he's lost the position to Siege as well. What's going on here? Bazman has been overtaken by Siege and Crooksy. And straight away... Oh, Bazman, what's happened there? Oh, a car just went flying off. The car went flying into the wall on my screen. Must just be a server glitch. Bazman's in the grass. It's all getting very close down there. And there we go, that's what we said. Bazman and Nunda deciding to stay out in 3rd and 4th on the older hards. They get overtaken quickly. They're down in 8th and 10th after half of that. Swanshanks is now closing up on Nunda as well on fresh mediums. Is he going to go for the move down into Ascari? No, he's not. He's going to keep it together. He keeps it clean for Ascari. Oh, he's gone on the grass, and that invites big Bazman. I think he's got it together. That's not a great view of a tree, thanks. Here we go, we're going to look up the top. Big Arns has got a bit of a gap. Siege isn't in his DRS. DRS not enabled yet, I don't think. But Big Arns is less than 7 tenths behind Kev Citroen. And Idenzo is starting to pull out nearly 2 second lead already. Mindcat's got past Bazman. Bazman's coming to pits. As Argentina, yeah, he's retired the car. He's coming to pits and retired. Jay Story, nice to see him. He's still going. Good thing to still going. So again, it could be another safety car, and then he comes right back into contention. As Idenzo is now 2 seconds in front, and he's slowly becoming favourite to win this race. Big Arns really close up behind Kev Citroen now. Big Arns needs to get past Kev Citroen quick if he's going to mount a challenge on Idenzo. He has got 7 laps, fresher tyres, both on the mediums. Big Arns has got another 3 second time penalty though. That's his second. That's that I've seen. And Kev Citroen is causing a bit of a traffic jam here. He's going a bit slower. He's nearly 2.5 seconds behind Idenzo now. Oh, as Big Arns has gone wide, he's got a bit of the gravel as well. And Big Arns under pressure from Siege now. Siege is side by side, and Siege gets past Big Arns, and Crooksy's just behind as well. They're staying side by side, and no, Big Arns is giving it up. Siege gets past Big Arns. He's been so unlucky in this race. He was unlucky in qualifying, and he's unlucky after he pitted just before the safety car came out. Ozan sets the fastest lap down to 6th. Wow, another driver coming to contention, keeping up with these front runners. He's joined the end of this tail. Fantastic. As we see Crooksy now catching up with Big Arns. He's only a couple of tenths behind. It's the closest gap on the track. All the while, Idenzo is enjoying this, running out in front. He can save his ERS until he needs to defend from cars later on. Kev Citroen's doing him a favour, and Kev Citroen's just got a 3 second time penalty as well. This is all playing into Idenzo's hands here. Siege is very close up behind Kev Citroen. He's going to have DRS here after that was enabled. Zaki saying got on the inside curb. Zaki falls a Ferrari, by the way. Got on the inside curb at Ascari. Yeah, I thought that's what happened. It went quite early and then he went straight on screen. Mediums can't be pushed too hard. Happened with my quali lap. Zaki, the quali lap was absolutely incredible. To be within a 10th for P1. These guys are top racers as well. To be within a 10th from cracking lap. So then Siege within a couple of attempts of Kev Citroen. He opens his DRS. He's not deploying his ERS. He doesn't think he needs it, and he's right, because he goes down the inside and gets past Kev Citroen. He doesn't put up much of a fight. He knows that's probably not his battle now, and Kev Citroen's next challenge is keeping Big Arns behind. So now the chase is on for Siege. We've got 8 laps left. 8 laps left, and he's got 3 seconds to make up to Idenzo. Mindcat and Nunda in a bit of a battle here. Oh, Mindcat's lost here. Not sure what's happened. I think he hit Nunda. Nunda now under pressure from Swanshanks. Again, I think Nunda will be regretting that decision to stay on those hards. Bazman did as well, because he's down in 11th. He's quite far behind the mediums. This is what we like to see. Well done to Bazman and to J Story. It's quite far behind, but they keep going. Still in the race. And all it takes is one other car to retire and they'll pick up a point. Kev Citroen's staying close behind Siege. Siege is within 2.3 now of Idenzo. He's catching. Siege is catching really quickly on Idenzo, but he's taken everyone else with him in his slipstream. Kev Citroen doing really well to stay up and keep up with Siege. Siege is taking a second a lap out of Idenzo. Now it's down to 1.8. I'm not sure what's going on with Idenzo here. Big Arns is not catching up to Kev Citroen, and Big Arns is in the pits. He's got a 5 second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Ozan's got past him, Crooksy's got past him. So I've gone a bit wrong for Big Arns. He's been so unlucky. Kev Citroen gets another penalty. He's close up behind Siege. but both Kev Citra and Siege are going to be catching up to Idenzo soon. Big Arns comes out in 10th on soft tyres. He's going to go for fastest lap. And he can still get some good points here. He can still catch Nunda. He can still catch Mindcat. 1.5 now the gap between first and second. Zaki thinks. Zaki, thank you very much, mate. Join us one day if you want. It's unlucky unlucky with your instant, but hopefully we'll do a bit better next weekend. As we see Kev Citra cutting the corner a little bit there. He probably would have got another warning for that. Denzo tyres are dead, yeah, you can tell. 12 laps on those mediums. I thought they'd have gone a little bit longer. Kev Citra's only been on those tyres for 12 laps, and he's coping just fine at the moment. He's keeping up with Siege. 1.5 the gap. Cruxy's not really catching up to Kev Citra. Neither Ozan, the two AlphaTauris in 4th and 5th. Let's have a look at Big Arns then. On those fresh softs, race not really gone his way, but he can at least go for fastest lap. And Siege, I'm not sure if he's made a mistake, Siege. He must have made a mistake, he's lost 6/10 somewhere. Swan Shanks picks up a 3-second time penalty. Can Siege get that time back? He's been on those mediums for 6 laps, so they're still relatively fresh. As Bazman sets the fastest lap on those mediums he put on a couple of laps ago. Jake the Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. Gap's back down to 1.8 between the top two. Kev Citra still in DRS as Siege. Oh, he's gone wide there, Kev Citra. Not sure if he'd have picked up another warning for that. Dipped his tyre in the gravel. Big Arns is already within 7 seconds of Mindcat. That was about 12 seconds when he came out of the pits. Sure, Big Arns is going to be on for fastest lap here. He's absolutely flying along. Yeah, he's using his ERS. Cruxy's got fastest lap. Oh, Big Arns has lost it slightly through there, but he's kept it together. Cruxy fastest lap of 1:22.6 up in 4th. He's putting a chase on now to the top 3. Again, Siege is not really closing in to Idenzo. He's getting to about 1.6, 1.7. He doesn't get any closer. And Kev Citra's dropped out of DRS range now. Siege are in the 1.5 seconds now. He has gone quicker there. He's got plenty of ERS saved, but so has Idenzo. Kev Citra, I think the job for Kev Citra now is looking over his shoulder, trying to keep that podium spot from Cruxy, who is on a charge. Siege is within 1.2 of Idenzo now. We've got 5 laps left here at Monza, which has been a fantastic race. We've had a couple of crashes, a couple of silly incidents, but all in all, it's been a great race. Siege within 1.1. Can he get to within DRS range before the straight? I think Idenzo's had a good exit there. Ozan's picked up, that's his 3rd 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, I think. And Cruxy has really put on a charge. Kev Citra's tyres are starting to die, as you can see. He's starting to lose time quickly. I think Cruxy could be the favourite now to get that place on the podium as Siege gets the fastest lap. Big Arns now 3.64 seconds. He's lost a bit of time. Big Arns has lost a bit of time now. I'm not sure why he's done that. He's done the same thing as Bad Pals though. He's obviously frustrated, but pit lane was just around the corner. I don't know. He was unlucky. We've got a safety car again. The second time we've had that. Nunda has come in the pits for fresh softs, don't blame him. He was getting quite slow on those old hards. He's about to get Jay Stories behind him on the hards as well. Is he going to come in the pits? Looks like he is, yep, he is, as you can see on the mini-map. So this has really helped close the gap. Could this help Siege? We're going to get a Couple of laps of the safety car and we'll have a few laps left of racing at the end. So we have Idenzo in the lead, Siege in second, Kev Citroen in third, Crooksy in fourth, Ozan in fifth, Jake Deslay sixth, Swanshank seventh, Minecat eighth, Bazman ninth, Nunda 10th and J Story in 11th. Both Nunda and J Story just put fresh softs on, so they're going to be on a charge, trying to get higher up into the points. Minecat might be in danger on those 10 lap old mediums from the cars behind. Jake the Slayer comes in the pits as well. I think that's effectively a free pit stop for him because he's got such a big gap. Yep, he was sixth, so he's let Swanshanks pass him, but he comes out in seventh. Swanshanks up in sixth. Fantastic effort from him. He's kept it together the whole race. Ozan in fifth. Again, penalties are really going to come into this now because if the gaps stay similar to how they are, Idenzo, if he was to have a 3-second time penalty, he'd end up in sixth. And Minecat's coming to the pits himself. Don't think Siege has got any penalties. No, Kev Citroen's got one. Ozan's got a few. Not sure if Idenzo's got a penalty or not. I'll have a little check on the race director. So we've got Ozan's got a 3-second penalty. Bazman's got a 3-second. Big Arns has got a 3-second. Olszewski's got 3. Ozan's got another 3. Argentina 3. Swanshanks with 3. Bad Palzo 3. Jake the Slayer with 3. Crooksy has got a 3-second time penalty. He has. But there are no penalties for Idenzo on here that I can see. He's got one warning, Idenzo. Yeah, one warning for Idenzo. So this is going to be for track position because neither Idenzo or Siege have got penalties. Should have one more lap under the safety car and then we're going to have 2 laps of racing and it is going to be manic. 11 cars will be going for it. The cars have done so well to keep in the race. Idenzo obviously starting 4th. Bit of a poor qualifying for his standards, but he's made those places up and he's been running first for quite a while. Can he hold off Siege? He's on 17 lap old tyres, 7 laps older than Siege's, and you'd think Siege is going to be really fast when the safety car goes in, which should be at the end of this lap. Kev Citroen pitted at the same time as Idenzo. His laps are going to be 7 laps older than the cars behind him as well. Crooksy and Ozan and Swanshanks as well. I think we're going to have a battle between Siege and Denzo for the race win, and a battle between Kev Citroen and Crooksy for the final podium spot. But who knows, anything can happen. As we get the news that the safety car is coming in. And we're just waiting for J Story to bunch the pack up as we're seeing cars hopefully all avoiding each other. Yeah, we're keeping their distance. That's better, all spread out. As I think Idenzo's gone early. He's gone already. He's gone early. He's got a gap of 1.3. And Kev Citroen's right behind Siege. Kev Citroen's going for the move here. He's on hold. Kev Citroen's got second. He's got it. Siege and Crooksy right behind. Siege gets it back. Kev Citroen's going slow here, and Crooksy has got past Kev Citroen. He's going to go down the inside of Siege as well. Oh, Siege is late on the braking. Crooksy goes down the inside. Oh, he doesn't get the move done. Oh, fantastic racing. Oh, Siege, fantastic to keep that position. And Crooksy's going to lose out to Kev Citroen as well. Crooksy, it looked like he was going to be second for a minute, and now he's back down in fourth. He's still side by side with Kev Citroen. Kev Citroen's going to have the inside line. And he keeps the place for now. But Siege is 2 seconds behind Idenzo. It looks more and more likely that Idenzo's going to take the win. Siege has won all 3 or 4 races we've done so far, practicing this week. And it looks like someone different might win for once. It's going to take a fantastic last couple of laps from Siege to change that, as we see Nunda on those fresh softs paying off for him, getting past Swanshanks. Bazman 7th, Jake the Slayer's in 6th on those fresh softs. He's catching up to Ozan. Watch Crooksy again. As Minecat gets past Jay Store. Oh no, it's because Swanshanks has lost it for Ascari. He's kept it together. He's kept it together. He's still going. Such a shame for Swanshanks. He's up in the 6th, and now it looks like he's not going to get any points. What a shame for him. Kev Citroen's falling back from Siege, as you'd expect in those older tyres. Can he defend from Crooksy on the straight? I think he's just got enough, unless there's a late move down the inside. He keeps it, but Jake the Slayer goes down the inside of Ozan and gets the move done. Jake the Slayer, the championship driver, up in the 5th. Fantastic from him. Up in the 5th, Jake the Slayer, especially after a spin early on, just proves if you have a spin early on, just as easy it is to recover. Well done to him for keeping going. Siege has got a 3-second time penalty. Wow. Siege has got a 3-second time penalty. It's the first I've seen of that all week. And that could bring Kev Citroen and Crooksy both on the podium. Jake the Slayer, look, in 5th. On those fresh softs, is catching right up to Crooksy. He could be on for a podium here, Jake the Slayer. We've got half a lap left. Idenzo 1.5 seconds in front of Siege. Looks like he's going to win this race. As he goes through Ascari one more time. And we've got a yellow flag. Oh, Idenzo nearly lost it. Kev Citroen's got another 3-second time penalty. I think Jake the Slayer and Crooksy could be on the podium here. Let's see. Crooksy's closing up to Kev Citroen. Crooksy goes around the outside. Oh, Kev Citroen spun Crooksy here. How unfortunate. Idenzo is about to cross the line. Idenzo wins the race. Siege is 2nd. Jake the Slayer comes home and takes 3rd. Ozan's 4th. Siege back up 2nd. Nunda's 3rd. Nunda is 3rd. Minecat 4th. Unbelievable last lap. We saw the instant Kev Citroen and Crooksy, unfortunately. It was Kev Citroen. He did just go a little bit too wide and pushed. Streams paused, not sure why. Streams paused on my phone. Minecat gets driver of the day. We're going to have a look through those results again. Absolutely fantastic race. Did have a couple of instances. Idenzo, we have a different driver win the race. Siege got a 3-second time at the end. Nunda, fantastic not to get a single penalty. Up into 3rd. Minecat in 4th. Jake the Slayer unfortunately had a few penalties, put him in 5th. The last lap, unfortunately, on the last corner on Parabolica, Kev Citroen a little bit too aggressive, as we saw after such a good race, and it pushed Crooksy off, and both of them ended up outside when they both could have got a podium. Ozan in 6th, Jay Store in 7th, Bazman in 8th, Crooksy 9th, Swanshanks takes the final point, and Kev Citroen 11th, and obviously we lost Big Arns, Argentina, Bad Palzo, Olszewski, Scorpa, Forza Ferrari, and Jay Bradfield. Again, it was a fantastic race, the last of these practice races. Siege took fastest lap as well, and we will next see you on Friday at 8:30 for the championship race, which will be in Italy. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you then.